Hi all, I'm Dan Reinhardt. I'm a Principal Solution Consultant in the U.S. Public Sector here at Appian. And today we're going to be discussing robotics, AI, and Appian in a real-time demonstration. If you look in the camera behind me on the right, you can see that I have a Rossmaster X3 robot. That robot actually has a 1080p camera. It has a YOLO V4 tiny AI algorithm that lets it do real-time object detection. And so as I drive this vehicle around my office, or it autonomously drives itself, you could imagine it detecting different objects. Based on the objects it detects, it is integrated in real time with Appian, so it is pushing all of the identified objects and their images into an Appian instance. Appian can then do all kinds of interesting things from a process perspective. In this example, we'll look at field service management. So based on the identification of, let's say, a broken M1 Abrams tank, I can initiate a field service work order proactively based on the robot's data. And then I can use Appian to sit on top of SAP to understand my inventory, order additional parts, and I can route this work order to a field service agent who can complete tasks on his mobile device or her mobile device, etc. That's what we're going to see in this demonstration today. Let's start with a view of the robot's camera and what's happening. So on the robot on the right-hand side, we have a visual of the real-time camera feed, and we can see that the object detection algorithm is overlaying frames on top of this video feed. On the left-hand side, we're actually pushing this data via web APIs directly to an Appian instance. What does this look like in Appian? It could be as simplistic as having a record with the image from the robot, the object identified, in a table-like structure. But this is just the first half of the equation. The more interesting question is, what can I do with this data and these images once I have them within Appian? Let's go for a drive, shall we? So as I navigate this particular robot around my office, you'll notice that it will pick up different images as the camera is moving. And the one particular image that we're interested in is this M1 Abrams tank here on the floor of my office. Now that this M1 Abrams tank has been detected, we're actually programmatically creating a case from the robot in Appian Field Service Management with an image attached of the actual tank. Now this scenario becomes much more interesting. Leveraging a field service management application on Appian, I can open up the most recently created work order, which was created by a robotic agent. And I can actually look at the photos attached and see the robot image identifying the M1 Abrams tank that is defective has been attached to this particular work order. This work order can then proceed to be dispatched to field service, parts can be ordered on top of SAP, etc. So all in all, an interesting use case integrating robotics with AI capabilities into Appian, which is the process company and manages things like a field service management work order end to end.